Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning roast. I'm, of course, Sugar Chris, wearing my father's Craftsman hoodie. And with me today, as always, is Mr. Sim.
Good morning, bon matin for the people that don't like French.
French.
I'm talking to Soul in the chat.
And our guest today is, of course, Mr. Clay Adams. It's been too long, Clay.
It's been way too long. But, you know, I was waiting for that red dress to come dancing at me over
All
some
right. I already regret
some
having
metal.
you back. Get out of here.
And the roasting has begun.
I was thinking about that the other day. So I was thinking about when I had to wear the dress at the con. I think I was doing something in the freezer at work, and I got red in the face. I got embarrassed just from thinking about it again, from the memory of it. Ugh.
You know, the funniest thing about the dress, it was you were walking around with that little note. I'm doing this for charity. I think that was like one of the funniest things.
No shame. It was a good cause.
Well, I had a promise to hold up, so I did it.
Yeah,
You're a man of your word.
That's right.
that's what a men do.
That's what.
Not wear the dress, but keep their word.
Well, there's Mr. Soul. He says, "Welcome to the morning roast, where we haven't delved into horror westerns for a while. Today we'll return to the genre with our favorite comedic fry cook. Good morning, Chris, Tim, Clay, and chat."
Hey,
Good morning, bro.
thanks for that.
Yes, Soul was excited to have you back on, Clay. He sent me a message and was looking forward to this stream. He said,
Oh, that's fantastic. I've been looking forward to it too.
He pointed out the blazing blade of Frankenstein. Blah.
Yeah. That's we've done 3 issues now. The 4th one is being worked on now. It should be on Kickstarter in like maybe a month. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled.
There you go, Soul.
Soul answered to my French reply, c'est la vie. So it's life.
C'est la vie.
What's up, Marinus?
We got Marinus. Hail, yeah.
Soul saying, on the topic of horror western, I miss Grave Robbers and Mark Middleton. Same here. Especially that I did a story for the second book.
I really
it's never
like
happening.
Grave Robbers.
Yeah, that was a good one with Big Dick Murphy.
But
the
yeah,
werewolf.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun read. You'll have to forgive me, everybody in the chat, if I don't dawdle too long here. We only got Clay for so long. So first I wanted to talk about Dead Skins.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see you put it back on Kickstarter because I never got to really get the previous, that was on, what was it, Indiegogo.
Yeah.
You got this fancy hardcover and everything.
Yeah, we're going all fancy this time. So it's the 10th anniversary edition, which may not seem like 10 years if you back the Kickstarter. But we kickstarted it a little late in the game. So like 10 years ago, we posted it. We serialized it on our website, friedcomics.com. We posted 1 page a week, and then we sold 99-cent downloads if you wanted to get like the whole issue. And we thought we were going to be bajillionaires selling these 99-cent downloads. And spoiler alert, we did not become bajillionaires selling 99-cent downloads. So we put it on Comixology. Again, that was not super profitable for us. So then about 5 years ago, we put it on Kickstarter. We remastered it with sort of darker lines to help make the printing a little clearer, because originally it was like very light pencils. And so we did that. We put it on Kickstarter. We collected like 2 issues at a time for the first 2 volumes, and then the final volume was our 5th issue with some bonus material. And it was up till that point, these were our most successful Kickstarters. And the 10th anniversary rolled around right about the same time that we sold out of all the individual volumes. I would think we literally have less than 10 left of the sets. And so we said, hey, let's make a 10th anniversary edition and make a nice hardcover so we can put this back on tables at cons.
Yeah, I really liked it, what I'd seen on Indiegogo, and I can't remember why what happened that I didn't end up backing it. But I was like, this looks like it could be a lot of fun. I feel like comedy in Western comics is something that's not. It's not so common, and I feel like it should. It takes a certain skill to make it work.
Yeah, it's like a weird map of genres because it's a Western comedy horror book. So we like to pitch it as Blazing Saddles meets The Walking Dead.
You know, it worked for Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill. Why shouldn't it work in comic book?
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so you're looking at beautiful artwork from Leila Del Duca. We used her pencils and darken the lines, and then kind of have this sort of black, white, and red production that kind of gives it a cool little look.
Yeah, you caught my attention with this campaign. I remember back in the day when I seen Blazing Saddles.
Yeah,
yeah, Blazing Saddles is great.
Yeah, what we found at conventions, because we've got that Ben Templesmith cover, which is what we're putting on the hardcover. You put that Ben Templesmith cover on a table, and that automatically brings people to the table. And then all I have to say is Blazing Saddles meets The Walking Dead, and it's a super easy sell at cons. So that's why we wanted to get this, back in print.
Let me see here. Soul says, Clay, enjoyed Carmilla Unbound too. Got the Clockwork Orange homage covers with a friend.
Hey, that's awesome. And you'll be happy to know Carmilla Unbound is coming back to Kickstarter around Valentine's Day. So we're looking at about 2 weeks to launch. It might be like maybe another week or two, but sometime this month. Carmilla's coming back for more, and it'll definitely be more. It's a fun issue. And yeah, that Clockwork Orange homage cover was awesome.
Well, there you go, Soul. You can get some Carmilla for Dankozefa on for Valentine's Day.
That's right. That's right. Who said romance is dead?
That's right. Well, that one's certainly dead. Look at that lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say romance killed her.
Yeah. That would be good for her.
Yeah, so this is the true story of Custer's Last Stand. Whatever they told you in school was bullshit. You saw Custer there a little bit further up. No relation to Yosemite Sam.
A little short fella.
And any resemblance is purely coincidental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pages is this going for?
It's 172 pages. I think it's like 155 pages of story, and then we've got plenty of extra bonus material. A lot of it has never been printed, so like we've got a full cover gallery, where we're taking all the covers we did for Kickstarter on those 3 campaigns. So it's 246 covers overall, and we're printing them Virgin style as a cover gallery. But we also have like some preliminary artwork sketches. So we've got Ben Templesmith's sketch for this cover, Takashi Okazaki, who did Afro Samurai. We've got some sketches that he did for the cover. So we've got all that kind of preliminary material. And then we've got Layla's sketchbook. So like character sketches she did preparing for the book. We're going to print some of her pencils just, without the color on them. So you can kind of see just these gorgeous pencils that she did for us. A lot of this stuff has never been printed. So this is going to be a really cool book, I think.
Yeah, so this is the best time to get in on Deadskins if you ain't had it before then.
That's right.
And do it now. Don't miss out like Chris did last time.
That's right. It's going fast. It's going fast.
Upsell. Gosh, dang it. Yeah, I was looking at your Facebook, Clay, and I was like, I forget sometimes that you're a big celebrity man.
Well, I don't know about big celebrity man.
Cons with your big banner and everything. I'm like, oh man, I get these big names on the show. I'm important.
That's right, man. Yeah, don't you forget it. Don't you know who I am?
I'm like, wow, I got a big fancy big name to come on my show.
Well, to maybe like 3 people, but and 2 of them are my parents. So
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
then that probably means that your book will make it on the shelf and not in the box like the rest of the bookie backs.
Yeah, yeah. Dead Skins is not gonna just be thrown on the floor. It'll go in with the manga on the fancy bookshelf.
Treat it
And
with a little.
it'll probably get open right as soon as he gets it instead of like, a year later.
Yep, yep. I'll get it in the mail and I'll go. Oh, time to go to the bathroom.
Oh, says Clay. Okay, yep.
It's toilet reading. That's what I like to think of when I'm making these books. I'm thinking somebody is going to enjoy this for 15 minutes on the shitter.
Yep. That's usually how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what I do. I'm under no illusions.
Yeah, because you did. You've done voice acting and all that other stuff too, ain't you?
Yeah, I did. So I did. I mean, I've done acting and voice acting for like ever. Starting out in commercials and things like that. So I've done commercials for Coke and other big brands, but then on anime, I'm mostly people know me from my anime work. So I did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Yu-Gi-Oh! I did a couple characters on. So I will be I'll be next month, March 13th through the 16th. I will be at EvilCon in Evansville, Indiana. So if you're local to that area, come on out and see me.
I need to move there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Reunion, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's reunion.
I need to move there. Evansville. I'll feel like I own the place. Yeah.
It's named after you, after all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
you get the key to the city.
Which characters were you on Yu-Gi-Oh?
So I played a character. So first I was a character named Jesse on GX. And he was kind of he kind of had like a high pitched voice and kind of talked like this. and then I played a guy named Crow, and he had like a real gravelly voice. He was kind of down here. And then a bunch of incidental characters, but those were the two big guys.
Oh, okay, GX, is that the one that had like the hero people, or they did like the special summons or something? I can't remember.
Well, special summons does sound familiar. That sounds like a line I said, but I'm going to be totally honest. I don't know anything about these shows. I can't play the card game. I can't tell you anything about the lore. So, don't ask me.
I was wondering, how does that work with voice acting? Do they just kind of send you like the lines that you read and then you just read them out?
Yeah. So, like I'm not in the booth with any of the other actors. I can't play off of what any of the actors have done. And they literally, I mean, now if they have already recorded, for something like Yu-Gi-Oh, which is produced in Japan and we're just doing the English dub, if some of the other English actors have come in and they've done their lines, then, maybe I'll hear snippets of what they've done, but it's not really like working with another actor as you would think of like doing theater or a movie or something like that. So usually what they do is they want me to do like 3 different versions of the line. So I'll just get a script that just has the lines. And it's like, give me 3 reads of this, give me 3 reads of that. And then I guess they pick the best one.
Wow. I feel like that would have its kind of unique difficulties because you don't have that other person there. So you got to guess at how you would do the tone or your reactions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's tough. And like, the dubs are a little easier because you can at least see what's going on the screen. But the season of Ninja Turtles I did, that was produced all in the United States, and we were the first voice actors to do them. So they would record the lines first, they would animate to the dialogue reads, and then like we'd go back in and we'd fix anything that needed fixing later to the video. But so like literally I would just have the lines and like I wouldn't know what was going on the screen. And so like you'd be saying the lines and they'd be like, okay, yeah, that was great, except you're actually reacting to like a UFO coming down and like killing everybody in sight, and like it's really loud, so you got to be yelling over that too. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh man, that sounds rough. So they don't even like send you a thing letting you know like, okay, this is what your character is going to be doing during
Not at all. Because
Wow.
like you get a play script or a movie script, and you get the description, right, of like what's happening on the screen and like what action is actually taking place. But you know, in these Ninja Turtle scripts, I mean, there was literally just the dialogue, and there was zero context for what was happening.
And which Ninja Turtle was that?
So it was a little watched season called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fast Forward, and it takes place in the future. So Casey Jones and April O'Neil, they got together and knocked boots, and I was
to that.
Yeah, you might have. You
Yeah.
might have. It's been around. I was like their great grandchild in the future, this genius that builds some kind of like time machine that brings the Ninja Turtles to the future, and we have all kinds of adventures. We did one season, and then we were in production on a second season. I think I recorded at least one episode and was about to record a second. And some Ninja Turtles movie had come out like on the big screen, like a big, you know, wide release thing. And it kind of unexpectedly did well. And so suddenly, like, the people in charge were like, wait a minute, we need to make the TV show exactly like this movie because, you know, this is what the people want. Wasn't that
canceled. The 3D animated one?
Was it the what?
The 3D animated one that came out in like 2009, I think.
It might have been, or it might have been a little bit earlier, because I think I started recording the first season. Well, maybe
it was the CGI animated one. Yeah,
it was something like that, because I recorded my season in like 2006, so it might have been like,
let me check the actual date. I think it was around 2009. I'm not sure. Give me a sec.
Yeah. So that sounds right.
Oh,
it's whatever would have come out.
I'm sorry, I derailed the whole thing.
No, it's
2007.
all good.
It was 2007. So yeah,
2007. Yeah, that makes sense, because
the one with Patrick Stewart and the demons around the city and stuff like that. That one was pretty good.
That sounds right. Yeah, because I recorded the first season in 2006, so it was probably 2007. We were going into production on the next season.
It was the beginning of Imagi Animation Studio, and they're the one that did also the Astro Boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't long after that they so they brought the Ninja Turtles back to like the present.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did maybe like another season like that. It was called like Back to the Sewers or something like that. And then but then somehow like Nickelodeon got the rights, so like it wound up being like a whole different cast and you know, totally different show after that.
Yeah, I'm sorry for, like I said, I'm sorry for derailing. It's just I was really
not at all.
Once I thought about that whole Facebook post, it made me think, well, I wonder what, I was curious as to how exactly voice acting went, how it worked.
No, I'm always happy to talk about that stuff.
It sounds like a very unique challenge.
It is. Yes, it is. I definitely remember feeling totally lost in that season of Ninja Turtles, like, you know, just having to sort of figure out how to do this, you know, without having anybody to play off of or knowing what the hell is going on. And I definitely got better as time went on. But what was like weird about it is that like I was a recast. So they had already recorded like half the episodes with a totally different actor before they fired him and replaced him with me. And so like I had to go back and re-record all of his stuff, but I did it after I had recorded all the new episodes. So like, you know, so it's like this weird thing where like when the season debuts, I have sort of figured things out because I've actually been doing it for a while. But then like halfway through the season, I feel like my performance gets worse because it's actually the first stuff that I recorded. So yeah, really weird gig.
Yeah. Huh. Let me see here what they're saying. So it says Dead Skins looks like a slice of life story from Sugar Chris's area, just with more dead. You leave us hillbillies alone.
We
West
have
Virginia,
Pedro
baby.
that joined us in the chat too.
Who did?
Pedro.
Oh, there's Pedro. Morning.
Hey, morning, Pedro.
So good. Dunkel Zippa has the NSFW cover. Did that because it's awkward around his wife. You're going to cause a fight, so you can cause a fight. To have Dunkel Zipper in the doghouse.
You're sleeping on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Pedro says, she says, how's it going, Pedro? He says, on the brink of becoming a U.S. territory once again. Aside from that, cool. How are things on your end? Well, you know, we need to give you some freedom, Pedro. Let's see. Stop saying big so much, sugar. It's getting uncomfortable. What? Oh, calm down. The anger shelf. Oh, Pedro's done commercials for Coke in Colombia.
Oh, cool.
What kind of Coke, Pedro?
Yeah, you say Coke in Colombia.
We don't people don't directly to the drink.
Oh my! I'm gonna play this trailer.
Yeah, go for it.
Howdy, Cowpoke. My name's Clay Adams, and alongside my writing partner, Alexander O'Philippe, we are pleased as punch to bring you Deadskins. It tells the tale of Shane, a Harvard dandy on his way back home to propose to his girlfriend. He falls asleep on a train, and when he wakes up, everyone's dead but him. When he reaches town, it's the same story. Everybody's dead, except for the town drunk and his, wife. You'll also meet General Custer, no relation to Yosemite Sam, plus some kick-ass cowgirls, and Shane's girlfriend Annie. And, well, she's full of surprises. It's a fun book, kind of like a cross between Blazing Saddles and The Walking Dead. We hired a young up-and-coming artist to draw the book for us, and it's shot from Leila Del Duca's pencils, so it has a cool, scratchy look, kind of like From Hell. The book is 100% complete, and we're ready to ship fast. The art was paid for a long time ago. We just want to make enough money to print the book and ship it to you. If and we're fortunate enough to make more than our goal, well, we'll make more comics. So pick a pledge level you like and get it. Y'all come back now, you hear?
There we go.
No shame. No shame.
Yeah, that's good. Is that the same video for the Indiegogo one?
It was, yeah. I redid a couple of things and looped some of the dialogue, but yeah, it was essentially the same video.
I thought I remembered that.
Yeah. Why reinvent the wheel? If it worked the first time.
Remember the cowboy hat?
That's right. And it's a reprint campaign, so why not reuse the same video?
Let's see. All right, I was just going to ask how much for the hardcover. So $40. It says
That's
here.
right. That's right.
Yeah. What other fancy things you got on here? Let's see.
You can get our whole catalog digitally at $50. So 20 is the digital edition, 40 is the hardcover, 50 you get the whole library, which is like it's over like 900 pages or something like that, or 700 pages. Sorry, at a big discount. Or you can get for $150, you can get the physical version of that. We had a $100 tier, but we must have sold out of it. Actually, I think we had a. Oh yeah, we had an $80 tier and a $100 tier that's all gone.
The bundle of Little Big Horn. An original character card.
Yeah, we have those as add-ons. People can get because we. So in the original campaigns, we did a set of character cards by an artist named Michael Geiger, and we have a few of those left laying around, and I thought people might want to get them for the campaign. So
is it like the Marvel cards from like the 90s and stuff, where it had like a summary of their story kind of on the back? Then
I mean, yes and no. I mean, these are bigger than the Marvel cards. We don't have the summary or anything. It really is like just the art, and it's the Deadskins logo on the back. So you know where it came from.
All right.
Yeah.
The best kind of Coke, Chris. The best. Okay, Pedro. I will not ask any more.
That clarifies everything. Yeah.
I don't need any Colombian problems happening for me. Yeehaw! Leaning into that Marlboro cowboy flair. See, he says, I like it.
That's right. That's how we do it.
The Marlboro Man. Let's see. So, do we learn like the origins of the zombies, like how it started?
Funny you should ask that, Sugar Chris, because no, you don't. However, we do have a prequel in mind. So we have another series called Pregnant Bitches of War, and fine, spoilers. In Deadskins, there's actually a page where you see the characters from Pregnant Bitches of War in the background. And PBOW is a time travel story. So, spoiler alert, at some point they travel to the Old West. And so, one of our, I think our third volume of PBOW, fingers crossed, if we ever get around to it, is going to be set in the Old West, and it will also be a prequel to Deadskins.
Oh, interesting. So it's all tying together.
Worlds will be colliding. It's very exciting.
Yeah, I think I find the art interesting. It's different in some ways.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, Layla has a very distinct style, and she's kind of blown up since she did this book. So she's got a lot of fans. We just so really credit for the look goes to Brett Neenberg, who did the colors, and he came up with this idea of using her pencils only to sort of create this distinctive look. Originally he did like a color version of it. Like it was, it had lots of colors, lots of splashes of colors. It was really super interesting, but I think sometimes got in the way of the storytelling, if I'm being totally honest. So with Layla kind of taking the charge on this, we created this, which we call the Bareback Edition. So the original edition that we put on our website, we call the Painted Desert Edition because it had so many bright colors. This is the Bareback Edition, where literally all Layla did was kind of take the colors that Brett had already done and just sort of she took out, I think, some of the bolder colors, the bolder choices to kind of go with this pared back black, white, and red look, which is actually the look we had talked about originally. That was kind of the original intent for the story. But for whatever reason in the development process, we kind of leaned into this Painted Desert style. And it was cool. And actually, Alexander O'Philippe, who's my co-writer on this book, I think he still wants to one day put that out into the world as a printed edition. But this is the one that had the most success on Kickstarter. This is the one I think that sort of, fits more with our original intentions and Layla's wishes. So this is the one we're making into the hardcover.
And how should I say it? Well, how did you come up with the idea of it all?
Oh man.
Skins.
That's a great question. And I have to go back 20 years to sort of think back to how that happened. Because so Alexander O'Philippe, if you don't know him, he's a documentary filmmaker. He's probably most known in a lot of circles as the guy that did a movie called The People versus George Lucas, which sort of it's a documentary that sort of examines fan reaction to the Star Wars prequels.
Okay.
but he's become known as a guy who makes movies about movies. So he's done like an official Exorcist documentary that William Friedkin asked him to do. He did William Shatner's official documentary that William Shatner asked him to do, and I got to go see a screening of that and have shots with Captain Kirk in Lexington, Kentucky last year. So he does all these movies about movies. I think his latest one just won like best documentary on film at the Venice Film Festival, and it's about Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so he's done really well in the documentary space. But about 20 years ago, he was trying to make a feature horror movie that would have been his directorial debut. This is before he started doing the documentaries, and I was starring in it. It's shot in Denver. And it's out there. The movie is out there. He wound up, long story short, he did not complete the movie as the director, but the movie was completed. And it's out there, I think like on Tubi or something like that. It's called The Shadow Walkers. This is not necessarily a recommendation, but I'm just letting people know that it is out there. I
think we're going to be doing a watch stream one of these days.
A watch. Hold on. Because my wife just somehow changed my sound settings, so I can't hear anything.
Uh-oh.
Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. But the cook doesn't give away the secret zombie recipe to be revealed in a future project. I get it. If you prefer your stories in space, check Hellzone by Damon Marians.
Okay, I can hear you guys again. Did my mic cut out also?
No,
Yeah.
we're hearing you.
It cut out a little bit, I think, when the change happened, but then we heard you say that you couldn't hear us and all.
Okay. Yeah, so my wife, I guess, was going to walk the dog, and so she turned on her Bluetooth headphones, and for some reason it connected and like screwed up everything.
Your wife's like, who are these people?
Who are these people I'm hearing? Yeah, for sure. That's funny, actually. Yeah. So Shadow Walkers. So I was out in Denver shooting Shadow Walkers, and somehow we started talking about one. Alex is he's Swiss French, but he's always been kind of fascinated by the American Old West, and he loves Westerns. And so like he wanted to kind of bring that back. We had worked on a few things before that were comedies. And so, we came up with this idea of like, let's do kind of a mashup, a zombie. I mean, back in the day, I know now zombie Western, maybe is a bit of a cliche, but 20 years ago, it was not. It felt fresh when we first came up with this idea. And so it took us a few years to write. We wrote it as a screenplay, and it took us a few years to get the screenplay done. And then, we made the rounds pitching it and had some interest, but as like most things in Hollywood, it didn't move forward. So then we were like, well, what? We really like this. We want to see this happen. So, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing we can do on our budget as a movie, but what if we made it into a comic book? And so we started thinking about that, and we basically did an adaptation, where we took the screenplay's script and turned it into a comic book. And so this was our first comic book. We made it alongside Pregnant Bitches of War, the first volume. And that actually came out of this script. There's a scene with some pregnant women with guns in the original script for Deadskins, and we came up with the idea of like oh, this should be our next project, Pregnant Bitches of War. And we thought the title was so awful and hilarious. We were like, all right, well, why don't we try to make this and see if we can make this good?
Let's do it.
So we made the comics at the same time. So Deadskins and PBOW Volume 1 were kind of made around the same time and completed about 10 years ago. And and this just is like I said, it did well on Kickstarter, and it's done well at cons, and so we're just we're keeping it alive. We're putting it back in print.
Have you all ever thought about trying to go back to the movie idea?
I mean, certainly if somebody was interested in making it, like, we would not be averse to it. It's not something that we're like super actively pursuing. I mean, they always say, like, in Hollywood, like, if you pitch something around and like nobody makes it, it's like, leave it alone, because then like nobody wants to touch it, because people are like, well, why didn't anybody make this the first time? Nobody. You may have noticed, with everything being like sequels nowadays, like, Hollywood is very risk averse. So nobody wants to be the first person to try something. And that's not a knock. Like, there's a lot of money at stake, and so people understandably want to be conservative with their cash. But yeah, so all of that is kind of say, like, we've kind of moved on to making other things. This book is out there. Like, if somebody, gets it and reads it and loves it and wants to make it into something, like, we would certainly be open to having conversations. But no, right now we're just like, it's a book, and let's make the best 10th anniversary edition that we can.
All right. Yeah, it sounds good. So here you go, folks. You can get in on the ground, like one of Clay's first forays.
That's right.
Get in on it. And get a big fancy hardcover. That'll look good on your shelf. Look at that.
Yeah, we've never done a hardcover before. I mean, I've done like Nightmare Theater, the horror anthology that I co-edit. We've done hardcovers for that, but this is the first thing, for Fried Comics, of the stuff that's like just me, where we've done a hardcover, and it's exclusively a hardcover. We're not offering a softcover edition, just because we've found that at cons that people really like the hardcovers. So we're doing a limited run. We're not gonna print like 1 million of these, so they will still sort of be collector's items, but enough that we'll have them at cons for the next few years, which will be nice. And then we'll be back with a brand new edition, I guess, if we're fortunate enough to sell out.
Sam, I see Frida here, and I think of Mr. Figaro.
Yeah,
Dot,
the waitress. Yeah.
Who's Mr. Figaro?
Anthony Figaro. He's a friend of ours. He's came on for his comics before and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's also an artist, but he did an imitation of a woman that's in a restaurant, like a drive-through restaurant. Her name is Dot, and she sounds like a woman that smells like two packs every hour.
Okay, yeah.
And we wanted him to record the intro with the Dot. This ain't your mama's comics, type of thing. He was pretty good at it.
It was Dot's. Welcome to Dot's Diner. Make your mama's style. It's like, and it's fresh. Something like that.
Sounded like Mr. Girlfriend and from
nice.
The Venture Brothers bit.
Yeah, Frida. So Frida was our mascot we came up with when we launched the website. So we launched the website 2013. She was our mascot. She's been with us since then. And so if you back the book, you do get a certificate of authenticity signed and kissed by Frida. True story.
There you go.
Is that you with a wig and lipstick?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You can also get the kiss card.
I plead the fifth. Frida used to write our newsletter that came out She did that for many, many years before she went to prison. But thankfully, she's still there, so everyone's safe. But thankfully, they will allow her to sign and kiss these certificates of authenticity from the Pokey.
Hey, Shadowhawk.
What's up, Shadow?
Hey, Shadowhawk.
We're
Good to
just
see you.
talking here with Clay about Dead Skins over on Kickstarter.
That's right.
10th anniversary. He's got a fancy hardcover edition for it. You know, if you like, it's a comedy zombie western.
Horror, also, yeah.
Oh yeah, horror.
It's a real mashup of genres.
Yeah, I think I feel like that's a bit of a challenge there. You know, all those different genres.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but like the characters are comedic and certainly the dialogue, but then but there are real moments of horror and like some cool horror moments, and then obviously it's set in the Old West, so it is too technically a Western, but it really wasn't as difficult to pull off as it sounds. It just sort of kind of came naturally, and we just had fun making it.
I'm curious. What is a horror comedy that you like it's a movie or something that people might know?
Well, Shaun of the Dead was kind of a big influence on this. In fact, the first draft of the script that we did, we called Shane of the Dead, just kind of a mashup of Shane and Shaun of the Dead. Mm-hmm. So that is actually how we used to pitch it back in the day, was Shane meets Shaun of the Dead. Now we've kind of pitched it as Blazing Saddles meets The Walking Dead, but yeah, Shaun of the Dead is like just a fantastic horror comedy.
Another one would be Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the goddamn intro is so hilarious. What do you mean? The movie lied?
Yeah, well, even like the Evil Dead movies,
Mm-hmm.
those are horror comedies.
I like it's not, I guess it's horror themed. I guess it's involved in horror. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, that's freaking good too.
I love that movie.
Yep.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna stop sharing that one. I'll bring up. You've got other things people can get into. So
I got so many things. So many things, Sugar Chris.
What is this? The backer
Yes,
kit?
he has things for days.
That's right.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, so Bloodline Comics is a line that I do with Dave Schrader, who's the creator of Baby Badass. He and I do Carmilla Unbound we do through there, and also the Nightmare Theater Horror Anthology. So this the latest book is in 3D. It's Nightmare Theater 3D. And it comes with a pair of 3D glasses. We literally just got those books in on last Monday. And so I've started shipping out books to backers, but you can get your own copy on BackerKit through our pre-order store.
That was it, Emmanuel Taglietti. That looks pretty nice there. That cover.
Yeah, that guy. His covers are fantastic, and we've we had a cover for Nightmare Theater 2 from him. He did one for Nightmare Theater 3D, and then at some point we're gonna have to go back to print on the first volume, and I think we're gonna get another Taglietti and do it as a hardcover.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Nightmare Theater. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one there. Yeah. We got the Nightmare. There's Carmilla. There's Soul's Carmilla.
That's right. Yep. And Soul got the Clockwork Orange that you see down there.
Yeah, that one there. Let's see. All right. And then, so if you're interested, folks, you can go on this backer kit. I'm not sure how all that works. I haven't actually went to the backer kit website. I've just always had to deal with it after backing on Kickstarter.
It's the same. It's the same as Kickstarter, no?
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they've
it's
started
actually better.
offering campaigns you can do. This is not a campaign. This is just a pre-order store. So if you use their services to send out surveys and things like that, you can have a store that they'll permanently host.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kickstarter started doing in demand too. I know you can. What they call
Late
backing.
pledges.
Late
Yeah,
pledge,
yeah. Yeah, although I tried that with my last book, Dream Quest 2, and we did get some traction with it, but I think Indiegogo, like there is a user base for Indiegogo that I think if you don't do, if you do the late pledges, like you miss out on that Indiegogo backing, and so like I think I'm probably not going to do the late pledges for this. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put it on Indiegogo or just do the backer kit pre-order. I'm not sure, but Indiegogo does have its user base, and not going there, I think you kind of maybe miss out.
No, there's a lot of people that own only Indiegogo and only Kickstarter. So
that's
you
right.
You have to cover both bases.
Yeah.
Let's see, what other ones are there here? That was okay. There's one. There, The Blazing Blade of Frankenstein.
That's right. Yep. So this is another series I do. It's sword and sorcery meets gothic horror as Frankenstein's monster battles other monsters for the fate of a savage land. So we got 3 issues out so far. Issue 3, he battled Cthulhu. Issue 4 is going to be Frankenstein versus the Mummy. And I think that's honestly that's my favorite issue of the series. It's my favorite script I've written for it so far. And the covers are really freaking fantastic. So I'm excited. That's probably going to come either at the end of this month or beginning of March on Kickstarter, Blazing Blade of Frankenstein. But you can catch up with our backer kit shop, and then also, you can get some of our other things here too. I should actually take that Deadskins off of there because we do not have those anymore. So, yep.
So good thing you went through the website.
That's right. I got to take that off of there.
What's Red Xmas?
Oh, so that's another story that Alex and I did together, and it was picked up by Scout Comics. So they released a single issue and then a trade. I probably should put I've got a few copies of the trade laying around. I should probably put that up there too. But this was a script. I think that a screenplay that Alex and I had written before Deadskins. And then, after we did PBOW and Deadskins, this was the next series we worked on. It was picked up by Scout Comics. They've put out their full edition, and I think we're getting the rights back to that in a few months now. So there might be an anniversary edition of that coming soon. But that's another fun horror comedy set at Christmas.
Oh, okay. I was to say it's not similar to that. What was it? The one that just came out, that Christmas movie, Red One or Red?
Yeah, and then before that there was another one. I've already forgotten. Yeah, like there honestly, like there's so many of these now, but we were there first.
That's right. That Red One movie just took inspiration from you.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Damn it.
It was okay. Fatman was good.
There was another one.
Fatman was surprise. It was a surprise. I like the premise of it. Like the rich brat not getting the gift that he wanted gets coal. So he decided to hire an assassin to go kill Santa.
Yeah, that. I mean, it's different from our story, but it is sort of like Santa's out to make all those little brats pay. It's sort of the opposite. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so this is Dream Quest. This is Lovecraftian horror. It's kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street 3 meets Reanimator is how we pitch it. It's we did it as a one shot a couple years ago. It was a 48-page one shot. It did so well on Kickstarter, and we had enough people kind of asking us like, well, what happens next? Because the ending was a little open ended, and so people sort of felt like, well, we want more to this story. So we thought about it, and we thought, well, maybe we could just leave this as a one shot. But we were like, no, let's. Once we started thinking about it, we came up with a banger of a story. So it's now been expanded into a trilogy. We've gotten 2 issues done. The third one is probably coming later this year.
Yes, Lucas Strati seems to do pretty decent on our covers too.
Yeah. Luke has done a few covers for me.
Yeah,
this stuff is great
on there. Yeah, we got the Blazing Blade again.
Yep. Oh, got to take that Deadskins down. Don't have those. Jeez, I got to go through and do some cleanup.
What's Creator's Choice?
I think that's just something we chose to highlight on here, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it the same thing as Kickstarter when they go like the project we love, but for?
I don't think so, because you see like 2 backers love it, like, so I think backers can kind of heart it, but then like you can also choose to highlight it. So I think probably whenever I set up this store, I was like, we'll mark this as a Creator's Choice because we want people to, try out this series.
So y'all got plenty of options, for what you want. He's got different genres, different all kinds of things.
That's right. Yeah, and these
find something you like.
The project image here is an artist named Flops, and those covers sell like crazy. Yeah, and in fact, I've had like 3 people in the last week come and they'll buy the Flops covers on Dream Quest 2, and then they'll go over to Carmilla Unbound. He also did some covers for the issue of Carmilla Unbound that we have out. And so they'll buy those too. So yeah, those are insanely popular, and he's doing a cover for the new issue of Carmilla Unbound that's coming around Valentine's Day.
It sounds like you're good at eye and talent. You got this Flops person blowing up. Your Deadskins artist, you said, got pretty popular.
Yeah, and our artist on Pregnant Bitches of War, who did the first issue, he actually left. He left after 1 issue because he got a job in animation. But then he went on to do stuff for Marvel and DC. He drew the last Sandman book for DC. So yeah, we've had a really good track record of people that we've worked with going on to bigger and better things.
Somebody at Marvel's like, keep an eye on Pride Comics.
That's right. They're poaching all of our talent.
Soul says, Sim, the best thing about Fat Man were the villains.
Yeah.
Mel didn't bring much to the table, but the guy who played the Merc threw himself into the role, and the boy was such a prick.
Yeah.
You love to hate him, I guess.
Yeah, like that guy in Games of Thrones, that little kid there, that you're just so good at it that you wish him ill for some reason.
Let's go back.
The little one that played the king thing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot his name.
Yeah. Wrong one. I never really watched Game of Thrones. Once I started to watch an episode or 2 of it, and then I found out like the one character I liked was Sean Bean, and then I found out he dies. I was like, well, I don't want to watch this.
You should know better. It's Sean Bean. He dies in everything almost.
I like Sean Bean. I like him as an actor, and I liked his character. I'm like, hey, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I want to root for him. And then they're like, and he's dead. I'm like, oh well, never mind. I ain't watching this no more. Everybody else sucks.
It's worth sticking it out. I mean, you can skip the final 2 seasons, but the rest of it is great.
Yeah, I stopped at the mountain and the snake. So
yeah.
I didn't like that one. Like I just went, fuck this shit. I'm done.
Yep.
I know. I watched Sean Bean in a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, I've actually watched a lot of Sean Bean stuff now that I think
He
about
died in James Bond, GoldenEye. He dies in the Equilibrium. He dies in almost every freaking thing he plays.
it. Yeah.
Goldeneye is what I think of when I think of Sean Bean for some reason. I'm on a big James Bond kick right now. I don't know.
006.
Yeah.
I seen a video just, what was it, yesterday? It was of somebody at like in a nice like music hall, and he was doing the Paul's Menu music from GoldenEye 64.
To me, Pierce Brosnan was like the perfect James Bond.
Yeah.
Perfect mix of all the James Bond. He had everything from all the James Bond that people like from every single one into one. And they fucked him over at the end. It was like, come on, guys, you had the best freaking James Bond. And now they did the same to Cavill. He was supposed to get the role. They dropped him. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Cavill would have been perfect.
Pierce Brosnan, I love him as James Bond. I love GoldenEye. I don't really like any of his other movies, but I really wanted him to do Casino Royale. And I think he wanted to do it too.
Yeah.
And I think he would have been great in that movie. And I think it's real shame that we didn't get.
The Broccoli daughter wanted him to. It's the exec that went, nope, we need somebody different.
So, yeah. Man, that's a bummer because, he would have been great in that movie.
But, Cavill got to play the character, the guy. He got to play the guy that inspired James Bond in one of those movies. Wasn't it? What is it? Unlawful Gentlemen of Warfare or something like that. Gentlemen of Warfare. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The guy he plays in there, that's the inspiration for James Bond.
Oh, cool.
So he technically gets to play James Bond at least once.
Well, maybe he'll get to play James Bond again.
What's the name of the movie?
I think Brosnan was going to be
the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. There you go. If you guys haven't seen that freaking movie, go check it out. It's freaking good.
Yeah, I remember seeing the preview and being like, "Oh, I want to check this out," and then I feel like it disappeared pretty quick.
It's freaking good.
I'd like to see him make another League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That was a good movie, but he's not in there.
Yeah, but you said James Bond, and I thought of Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That made me think League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. My brain went off somewhere.
I love those comics. I never saw the movie.
I enjoyed the movie.
I didn't learn until later on that the movie that the movie had a bad rep.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I watched it in I think I watched it in the theaters. I was like, this is awesome. I like this movie.
It took liberties.
Yeah, I've never read the comics, really.
The comics are great. The first miniseries is great. The second miniseries is pretty good. And then sort of after that, it kind of goes into weird territory. Alan Moore gets a little experimental. And there's good stuff in there, but it's to me, the first two are like the real, like, this is good stuff.
I do think with Pierce Brosnan, I think he made a very good, like, in terms of his look and everything. I didn't get to watch the movie, but Dr. Fate, that Black Adam movie, I was like, oh, he looks great for that.
He was the only good thing of that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, as soon as I seen that, I was like, they should have made it like the Dr. Fate. You could have moved it into the JSA, made a JSA movie and everything. But no, we got to do Black Adam. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and they screwed it up because, The Rock cannot be beaten, cannot be this. Like, the entire premise of the movie is very stupid. He doesn't get defeated. He quits and accepts to be in prison. Then he gets freed. Like, he can't be beaten, can't be defeated at all. Like, it's freaking stupid. At this point, what's the point of watching a fucking movie with fucking The Rock?
I actually won like a private screening of that. So I was I was a subscriber to DC Universe Infinite or like whatever their subscription service is. And somehow through that, I was like automatically entered to win like a private screening. And so I won and got to like got a whole theater to myself, invite whoever I wanted to go to this thing.
Mhm.
And it was like I couldn't get anybody to go. Like it
Mhm.
was like
Oh no.
it was like pulling teeth to get somebody to come, who wanted to come see this movie. And like I don't remember anything about it.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it. Like the only thing you remember is, oh, that Dr. Fate was awesome.
Yeah.
And what happens to him, you're like, God damn it.
See, I don't even remember what happened to him. Like
He dies
found nothing
in
memorable.
a weird way. And you're like, oh, so I guess we're done
What
with
was
that
the point?
character.
Yeah.
The best thing on the goddamn thing. And he's like, okay, I guess we're done.
Yeah, when I first heard about that movie, I actually got my hopes up a little because I love the Justice Society, All-Star Squadron, all that stuff. So seeing like, oh, it's going to have Dr. Fate and some, Hawkman and all of them, I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is going to be a JSA movie. And then I see it was like, oh, it's The Rock and it's Black Adam, and I was like, oh no.
Yep.
Oh well.
They couldn't even give away the goddamn theater.
Yeah. For real. Like it was free. And like, I think we got free popcorn. We got like, everything was free. And like, I could not get anybody who wanted to see that movie. I mean, we had, a handful of people, but I mean,
normally
a lot of empty seats.
Yeah, normally you tell people, hey, free movie, free theater, free popcorn. They'd be like, all right, heck
They'd be there. Yeah.
No, that really said something.
Absolutely.
By the way, since Mr. Soul's going, Henry Cavill was in Zack Snyder's movies, The Witcher TV show, and last year in Argyle. He should fire his agent. I don't know. The two first ones were pretty good. Argyle didn't see that one. And now he just confirmed that he's going to be playing Wolverine in World War Hulk in 2026.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sorry, in Deadpool as Wolverine, when you see him as Wolverine, it feels so right.
Yeah. They need to
He's had an interesting career for sure.
Yeah.
They need to get that guy from the Deadpool movie who played the little short Wolverine. Just have him be.
Dude, he's not stocky enough. They picked him up to be too scrawny just for the joke. But come on, he should be that. He should be about that height, but he should be stocky like a freaking bodybuilder. This is like, because he has no muscles. It's just funny.
Here we go. Rewatched the 2006 Silent Hill movie by the French director who also did Brotherhood of the Wolf. That's a good movie.
Yeah,
Sean Bean survives that one because his film wife gets all the action. Oh, okay. I have not watched the Silent Hill movie.
I feel like we need a spoiler alert that Sean Bean survives. Like that seems like a plot twist.
Yeah, that's a big twist.
Yeah.
There's Pale Rider. What gay stuff has Sugar been talking about? Don't you talk about dead skins like that, Pale Rider.
That's right. Thank you for defending my honor, Sugar Chris.
Yeah. Don't you besmirch my guests.
I appreciate that. I'm
sure that's what he's talking about. I'm sure he's not talking about anything to do with me and bathhouses and other stuff.
And your red dress.
Yeah.
Bringing it all full circle.
And your love for furries.
I did not love furries. Why are you spreading these lies? Shadowhawk says he seems too big for Wolverine. Talking about Cavill there. Soul says, Sim, you will never convince me that Batman versus Superman is a good movie. Never, he says.
Well, the extended edition is better, but I have my own little gripes on it. It's like, if you're gonna do Dark Knight, do Dark Knight. Like the reason they fight and the end result of the fight is not there.
Yeah.
Like they should not have touched Dark Knight Return in that fight. They should have just based it on a regular fucking mashup. Like the premise is interesting in the fight, but it should not have touched Dark Knight Return because the Dark Knight Return premise is Superman is the government's bitch. He already killed and maimed Green Arrow and shit like that, and Batman beats the fuck out of him just so he knows that a man beat his fucking ass. That entire premise, it was not there.
And it's already its own story.
Lex Luthor was meh. If they would have stuck with the original idea, where that was supposed to be the son or the clone of Lex Luthor, that would have been funny.
All right.
It's just a big mess without the extra fucking half hour. But even there, it's too cramped up.
I feel like there are so many third rails in the world. You know, like you don't talk religion, you don't talk politics, and you don't talk Snyder movies because people have very, very strong opinions. So before this gets nasty, I'm gonna have to duck out of here because I got a hard out. But
Oh yeah, it's been an hour. Yeah. Woo. Time
yeah,
flies fast.
time flies when you're having fun. But gents, this was awesome, and I'm really glad you had me on. Let's do it again sometime.
Oh yeah, you're welcome back anytime, Mr. Clay.
Thank you, and everybody out there watching, thanks for tuning in. Please continue the Snyderverse argument. I will check it out later on YouTube, and just see how bloody this gets.
Oh my, not as bloody as this comic.
That's right. Yes, and Back Deadskins, the 10th anniversary
Everybody go
edition.
check it out.
Check it out.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. I'll
Later,
talk to you
Clay.
later.
Bye, Clay.
Bye.
Anyways, my point was, movie's not the best, but they do have the best Batman scene in that goddamn movie.
Let's see. Sugar? No, it's not. All Sean Bean does in the Silent Hill movie is basically arguing with the police. If you're not incredibly bad at social situations, you can survive that.
Yeah, Silent Hill movie was pretty good. It was decent. Liked it.
Yeah, I ain't seen that one. I've watched a lot of Sean Bean.
Mm-hmm.
The Spencer's movies. Yeah, I even watched that Frankenstein TV show. Let's see that he's in. Let's see. There's Johnny. He says, "Ooh, Snyderverse."
Yeah, but fucking Soul hates the original material, so why are you surprised? I love Dark Knight Returns.
It's okay, I guess. Sim, no one should touch Dark Knight Returns, not even to read it. It's bitter, black pill, old guy bats. I prefer animated Batman Beyond, old man Bruce Wayne every time. I'm not going to disagree with that. So,
Batman Beyond's great, and it was inspired by the Dark Knight Return, by the way.
Well, it's way better.
To your opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of both. So. Love Batman Beyond. And I wish they fucking get to do the movie with Michael Keaton at least. That would be awesome.
I was never a fan of the Dark Knight Returns art.
Oh, the original one I think was good. The Dark Knight DK2 was shit. And DK3, the Master Race, the art is great. The story I don't like that much.
Never read the third one.
Well, DK2, I really like the story, but the art is really, really, really bad.
I did not like DK2. Did not like it. I've never read DK3. I did not care for DK2. And DK1 was just eh. I just couldn't get into it. I didn't like World War Hulk either. Did not like World War Hulk. Oh, let's see. Let me see. Johnny says DKR sucks for Superman's characterization alone.
Okay.
Sim, I felt that one. Good comeback. Oh my. Let's see. How much was that hardcover again? $40. I might have to get that.
Yeah. That's something like I've been wanting to do hardcovers, but sometimes I wonder if the price range is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little pricey.
That's the thing. They are pricey to print too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I was checking and they come out to like $25 a pop. So you kind of have to sell them 40 to 50.
Yeah.
But depending on how much you print, right? But the starting price is around 20, 25. And when you do hardcover, you don't want to go cheap with the papers inside neither. It is in my future options that I want to do, but gotta up those sales too and try and find a good deal for printing for this. That makes sense? So no kidding. When the what? The had
I think it's
Batman vs Superman logo reveal at that Comic-Con, everybody was like, yeah. And I looked at the video doing the Henry Cavill Witcher memes where he goes, fuck. Okay.
follow our Johnny for spicy art and good taste in not liking Snyder movies. Follow our Johnny, not other Johnnies. Yeah, pop. Yeah, I think I'll have to back this one.
You probably should, since you're saying you're regretting not doing it.
Well, I was like, yeah, I should have backed it back then, so I probably will back it this time. Support our boy Clay.
No, and it'll remind everybody, don't forget to go back Hellzen.
Ugh.
We just closed the first week right now. And you still have 1 week for those original early bird tiers. And if you signed up, well, we have the best deals there.
Let's see. Boop.
Yeah, right now we're up to 10 backers. 22%. And we need to get more eyes on this. I know there's a lot, people are a bit. I know there's some people waiting till February to get in on it. We need as much backers as we can. Right now, I'm coloring pages. Like I said before, this book's coming out in April maximum. It's coming out in the next one. Pretty goddamn quick.
Stomach. Soul says a better story than Batman vs Superman. Hellzone by Aaron Calamari and Sim. Oh, he put Aaron.
I have to agree with that.
He said, "There, gotcha, Sim. There you go. He's looking out for you." Hellzone.
Yep. That's a one-shot book. I'm trying to, do different things. And it was a really fun project to do. Just, too bad it took so goddamn long. Got put on the side, got this, but no, I'm in charge of it. It's getting done and it's coming out. And like I said, this ain't gonna take 6 months, a year to come out. It's coming out in April, maybe even before if everything's done. So we're doing this campaign, then after that, there's gonna be a Kickstarter. But if you want everything Hellzone, you grab the last tier there. Because if we unlock the black and white edition, you get it. You get a book for free, and you get the sexy cover for Kickstarter added to it too. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Elzone also looks like a good template for an indie space. Yep. But that's how I approached it. Like when I did with Bloodhound #1, I kind of had a movie type of approach to it. That's what I did with this too. I'm seeing it as would make a very good movie. Bloodhound was also meant to be like a one shot with possible sequels. This one I have an idea for a sequel, but it's not planned. It's really I really think of just making it a one shot. But I do every time I write a story to give me direction or certain things, I give myself I try to find an idea for a sequel no matter what. So it gives me an idea. And you give yourself like a limitation or something to keep it possible in case it happens. Marina says, Chris, stop yawning like you're bored the whole time. No, he's tired as hell. I only slept like 4 hours and a half before the stream.
I'm not
I jacked myself up with a very strong coffee.
I was not
busy.
I was not able to get any sleep after work. I came home. I didn't get home from the work until like 8:30 or 8 something. Then talked to Mom for a bit. Then I had to go back to work to do something real quick. Then I came back, spoke to Mom some more, and by then it was like 9 something. So I was like, well, I might as well just stay up. So I stayed up, did a few things, played a little bit of the game for like 20 minutes. Took a shower and stuff. And then about that time, it was like, well, time to start the stream.
Dude, I played like 3-4 hours yesterday of Helldivers 2 before going to bed. That's one reason why I went to bed so late, because I worked. I did the Weekenders 8, and I'm like, I want to play a bit before going to bed, and I ended up playing till like 5 something in the morning, almost 6.
I need to get some sleep. Oh man, I made a mistake at work, so work wasn't happy with me. So I probably should just get some sleep.
Right now, I'm coloring page 19 and 20 of Hellzone. Just to let you guys know that it is going to come out in April, and possibly before.
Hellzone also looks like a template for an indie space horror movie. Sure, did you just yawn at Hellzone, or have you been working night shifts? I'm always working night shifts, Soul. You know this. You know why I'm yawning. Stop yawning like you were bored the whole time. I'm not bored. I'm tired. Leave me alone. It's almost like I've been up all day and night or something.
Slaving away for the big man. Yeah. Got some. I went to pick up my books yesterday. I showed them off during the Weekenders.
Yeah.
She was one. Yeah. Picked up Blade #4. Teenage Ninja Turtles with Naruto versus Naruto for that, because I'm not interested.
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
Yeah. Picked up a few other things, and now I'm waiting for a collected edition of The Mask. That's supposed to come in today. Also have the new Wolverine's Revenge. And your 3. You guys want me to show them? Hold on, let me get them. What else? Did I get something else?
Hashtag anime with mom. How did you know I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho with mom, Soul?
This too. What else?
There. Sugar, if you keep working night shifts into your 40s and 50s, you'll slowly turn into a West Virginian ghoul. Yeah, so I'm already a mountain hermit. Oh, yeah, speaking of good old mountain mama. Oh, hold on. We got sold.
I got this Kickstarter fulfillment, Renegade X9 XL 900 that I back on Kickstarter.
I don't know what that is.
I got this Bad Luck by
Hey!
Carl Robinson,
Carl!
Richardson, Carl Richardson. Bad Luck, and he sent me a little piece of art of Lone Wolf Warhammer 40K with it because he remembered that I really liked. I was a fan of the book.
Yeah, that was real nice.
Hold on.
Go, Carl.
Wolverine's Revenge #4 by Capullo.
Have you read Bad Luck?
Not yet, dude. I just got it like a day or two ago.
I hope it's good. The art looks so good.
Hey, listen, just trying to flip through it. You got your #3 here with a cover by Kelsey Shannon, which is like the original comic book that inspired the, B movie called Your. And I got then. What if I showed? I got this Blade #4. Also, a red band edition that's more bloody and shit than the.
That on the cover.
That's about it.
Who was on the cover of Blade?
It looks like Sabretooth, but it's I haven't read it, so I don't know. I don't
know who that is. For all I know, it could be Dracula now because they gave him that weird armor and all that.
But there's but there's one of the artists in there that's really, really bad. Like, they have 2 artists in there. And when I mean bad, I mean look at that face and nose.
Yeah, that is certainly a nose.
And even Blade has a huge nose at a certain point. Like, I'm trying not to spoil anything, but
with that schnoz.
see, look at that nose, dude.
Yeah, he's drawn him with some massive schnozzes.
Yeah. That's what I picked up yesterday. I don't buy many floppies. Like, I stopped buying the Transformers one because I'm gonna just buy the trades now.
Oh yeah.
Those floppies are getting pretty expensive. Damn.
Yeah, so brought up West Virginia. I recently learned that Tim Pool fella is leaving West Virginia.
Really?
Yeah.
You bought a whole bunch of fucking land for nothing? I thought you built this entire thing over there.
Now he's going to Tennessee?
He's going to Texas. I was gonna say Texas.
Or maybe it's the place where the other Republican political people were going.
Mm.
I don't know. He's going there. He's leaving West Virginia, and he was talking smack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, how dare he? I'm good. He needs to get. I'm glad he's leaving. I hope the door hits him on his way out. Talk shit about the Mountain Mama. Like, who does he think he is? You know,
What's up, Mo?
he just didn't fit the culture. Is all it is. Get out of here. I'll not sit here and listen to somebody besmirch the good name of my state. Let's see, what is this? Doing night shifts is bad for your health in the long run. See it all the time at my job. They barely are productive during the day, and they stay inside all the time. Yeah, well, I've been doing it in the long run, Mr. Marinus, so it's too late for me. You want to
It's
know
never
if
too
you
late to
read
make
Bad
a
Luck?
change for the better of your health.
Nope, too late.
Okay.
Oh, Mo's here. Hail, Mo.
Like I said 5 seconds ago.
Well, I was saying hello to Mo now.
I know. Should have said it when I said it,
No. I'll say it when I get to it. Mo says, "Hail, Marinus. Is there any truth to the rumors that sleep deprivation can cause gender dysmorphia?" What? What? Oh my. Soul says the grammar on Bad Luck bothers him for some reason. He says low key, but still. Well, maybe this is something we could tell Carl next time.
What's wrong with the grammar? You don't like how you write the title?
I don't know. He says the grammar on Bad Luck bothers me. Yeah, maybe it's just how he worded the title.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'd like some clarification. Oh, he means inside, like the. Oh.
I'm looking at Chris. I think it might be true. Rude. Same here. He says to Soul, it was a chore to read the dinosaur language.
Oh, there you go.
He says no, so it must be talking about inside. Yeah. Okay. Sugar says, Chris, I got nothing better to do, so I'd like to remind you that Hercules and Shut up, Johnny. No, they were not a thing. That's some alternate universe baloney. Not canon. Does not exist. That is glorified fan fiction. Hercules is a man who likes women. Mo says Texas and Florida. Okay. And everybody's talking to
That
John.
people are leaving for is usually Texas and Florida. Yeah.
Mo says Temple is jealous of Sugar's flowing locks. Yeah, probably. Always hiding his head under that beanie. Worried that people will see his baldness, I guess. Sugar, so you'd say that the Hercules Wolverine thing is fake news? That's right. Yes, it is fake news. Yes.
I agree with that.
The strongest. Much better than that green guy. Hercules is a god. Some would say I'm like that. Not me. I don't know. I don't know how to do him. I'd have to really spend a lot of time. I don't watch enough Trump to be able to imitate his voice and mannerisms. He's interesting how he says stuff. Likes women so much he tried to be one. What? Hercules never tried to be a woman.
He dated Wolverine, so yeah. He's definitely the more feminine of them.
He did not try to date Wolverine. He even got with She-Hulk.
Yeah, but She-Hulk gets with everyone,
That's true.
including Juggernaut.
That's true. That's true. You got me there. Let's see. Sugar gets so upset about that comic because he used to call his gym buddy Hercules and he gets jealous. Hercules.
That was funny.
They call him Hercules for a reason, Sugar. They call him the Prince of Power.
Now he's the princess of power. Like She-Ra.
Like, leave Hercules alone. Leave him alone.
He's a good boy. He did nothing wrong.
Always liked the what was it, Walt Simonson Thor cover where he's like shoving Thor out of the cover.
Mm.
He's got his arms around some girl, some woman. And he's like, it's my comic today.
Thor is the best one, so of the two.
I like Thor and Hercules is like kind of like almost like a buddy cop kind of relationship or something.
Mm.
And they have like a little rivalry and stuff.
They never played off of it though. Like it should have been like a miniseries or something. Thor and Hercules type of thing, like buddy cop. Yeah, I could imagine him being good. Or he would have probably turned gay. Because, Hercules.
Probably. They probably would have tried to make it gay. Well, they probably would in modern day. Oh, we got Mr. Brink.
Hello, Dave.
Hello. Remember when Hercules and She-Ra became lesbians and they called them she-her?
They were best buds forever. They were BFFs. To be quite honest, like I never really read Marvel's Hercules. I don't know much about him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Gosh dang it. There's so much. Oh, God. I've searched up Hercules Marvel Comics and it's bringing up some of the modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's like Hercules in a man bun. Hercules kissing Wolverine. Hercules kissing Marvel Boy. Like,
Yeah, he's gay as hell now.
None of this exists in my mind.
At least they didn't do like Superman and put him in a prison with a red light and make him get raped.
Oh, I seen that. I was like, ew, what the fuck?
Yes.
Where's...
How to emasculate somebody? Let's just find a way to get him raped. Bye, guys. Same thing they did with Hercules and I don't like the fact that they did it to Wolverine. Made it with Wolverine too. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, look, there's Hercules. Boom. Like, stand aside, Thunder God. Walt Simonson is on vacation, and so art thou. Like,
yeah, that's back when Hercules was in a closet, overcompensating. Just saying.
This was a good issue. This one here, Thor 126, whom the gods would destroy. That was a cool issue. The whole issue is just them fighting. It's great. Let's see. Queer City! Mo says Hercules in a man bun. Hercules kissing Wolverine. Hercules kissing Marvel Boy. Sugar, stop reading us your Google searches.
And very soon is gonna find out that fighting man is also gay. Or is it fight man or fighting man? Fight man, right?
Yeah, fight man.
They're gonna bring him back and making a power couple with Hercules. Like yesterday, I was on Vinny's channel, and on the Friday they always end up talking about a bit about politics, and they showed a picture of Telsa Gadet or something her name is. I'm like, damn, that woman's hot. I like that white streak in her hair. Somebody in the chat goes, Sim has something for Rogue, and that's why he likes her. Like, kind of makes sense. I'm a big fan of Gambit, so I'm guessing Rogue would do something to me.
Oh, that what's her Tulsi Gabbard?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she is quite. She is. Yeah, something. Well, you had her in a sexy pose in this thing, so that's why I'm like, she's hot. But she is a pretty woman, and I do think that the white streak in her hair is pretty freaking cool. And I wouldn't lie, like it did. I did think it reminded me a lot of freaking Rogue. Wonder if it's natural or she did it on purpose. Kind of curious.
Yeah. Yeah, it is something that you could.
If it's natural, it's pretty freaking cool. I mean, the streaks in the white streak in my beard, I think they're cool. Like there's 2 streaks. Oh, Back Hell Zone by Amorant Bubameri and Sim. Yeah, please go go Back Hell Zone and please help share it around. People are still right now after a week finding out that it went live.
Sim thinks he has Gambit's accent. Maybe if Gambit held his nose while talking.
Actually, I can imitate his voice, but yeah, okay, fine.
Everybody
Doing
go,
the French accent is not. It's not so difficult.
and everybody go check out Dead Skins, our guest Clay's book. Of course. Once again, just letting you know, it's a comedy, Western, zombie horror comic. So you can get it for, what was it, 170 some pages? This is the whole collected hardcover edition. So 172 pages for $40 if you want the physical copy. But this is a fancy hardcover. So you got your options. Hey, Yodam's here. Hey, Yodam.
Yeah, what's up, Yodam?
Mamma me. You spelled it wrong. It's mon ami. Is your guest Clay in the room with you right now? No, he was here, Mo. I can't help it. You showed up late. Maybe if you'd show up on time. Mr. Brink says Rogue wasn't that hot when she was a villain. It was a stroke of genius or luck to have her turn into a hero, complete with redesign.
Yeah. I personally, Rogue, I only liked her when it started in X-Men #1. Her new how they made her there with the look and the new attitude. You know what I mean? That's where I started liking her. Before, she was just fucking annoying in that green costume.
Let's see. Soul posting links. Thank you, Soul. He's saying it's your fault the guest left. No, I'm not. Don't you put words in my mouth, Johnny. Quit trying to instigate things. The only times I get up at such ungodly hours as your show is scheduled to start, you are late. He was probably hoping I would be here and got bored, Johnny, or creeped out by Sugar's flirt. I would never flirt with another man.
It was kind of flirty. joking.
What? Bullshit.
You liked him with that cowboy hat. I'm just saying.
Oh Lord, that is a man. I'll have you know, I'm not modern Hercules.
But did he reciprocate the flirting?
There was no flirting. Okay.
Yeah, that's but yeah, a bit because that's probably why the wife interfered with the his audio and sound. And okay, it's enough with the flirting. And by the way, Yodam, the mail is reopened here, and your package is going to be leaving very soon. They're just still very late and behind. I'm still getting stuff like a month behind.
I'm straight. I like women. I'm from the West Coast. It's 3 hours later for sugar than for me. Oh. Well, Mo, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe quit living on the West Coast. It's lame over there. Not like wild, wonderful West Virginia.
What's wild about West Virginia now, to be quite honest?
What?
What is wild, Wes, about West Virginia?
What's wild about it?
He said, just like wild West Virginia. I'm like, what's wild about it?
Well, we're just a big, wild state. We're mountainous. There's almost no like real cities and stuff, so it's all woods and
Oh, it's okay.
and stuff.
Like I was seriously just by curiosity asking. It's still like rural more than there's no city, there's no town, big town.
Well, there's like there's not like there's like I guess you'd say big towns and such, but like Charleston and Morgantown.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing like we don't have like a DC or anything like that. Even our like Morgantown and stuff, like the biggest places are like small cities. They're not on the level of like say DC or something.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff like in the state revolves around like wildlife or wildlife, like forestry or different things like that.
Fair enough. Like I said, it was not a joke, a question. I was just curious.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole wild aspect of it's to reflect the whole fact that, we still have like a lot of forest and wildlife and things like that.
What is wild about it, Sugar? Is the escapade with the gym buddy for cardio time. Soul saying wild possums, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's what's wild about West Virginia? Oh, the bathhouses, allegedly. And also saying that's not what Tim Pool said. God damn.
Well, I don't give up.
He really had that much bad things to say about West Virginia. To him, it was like supposedly like the new Holy Grail type of place that he bought so much land. What happened?
From what I'd seen of the clips, he was complaining about something to do with how we treat like contractors and stuff, and he didn't like it. And he was pissed about it.
Okay.
And saying all this stuff. Then he was saying.
So he was not happy about the fact that you guys were not worshiping his house. Is that it?
I think that's what it was. I think it was either A, that, because a lot of it sounded like he just didn't take personal responsibility and look into tax codes and stuff. It's like, you make all that money. How do you not have somebody on hand to look into all these things, like how the taxes worked and all these other things? It sounds like to me like it's just an excuse so he can leave there and go join up with the other Republican influencer people. And he's just kind of throwing West Virginia under the bus. But I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, he was complaining about West Virginia. And he was saying like, "Oh, I like West Virginia and all, but it's." I think he said something like it's chaotic or something like that. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's too wild.
Like, there is nothing chaotic about West Virginia. We're like quiet little towns. Like, we are what? This ain't like Detroit or something.
It's too chaotic from a little kid from New York.
Yeah, like you live. Oh, he's from New York.
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Well,
I have no idea what the fuck.
yeah, like some of the stuff he said made no sense. And then he threw some shade at West Virginia, and I remember that. And
all I really know about him is that he's a skater. He's a skater kid.
I've only watched a few clips here and there, and I was like, I'm not interested.
You should watch him on the stream, but I don't know much about the guy. You know what I mean? His
Yeah.
personal life.
Let's see. What's one about West Virginia? All the bathhouses. Gosh up, Mo. I don't know of any bathhouses in West Virginia. Hey, Grey Wolf. Hail, hail.
What's up?
Wild possums. Yeah, there's possums. There's skunks too. Yeah, if I didn't have to take out their little stink sacks, I would keep a skunk as a pet. I like skunks.
Really?
Yeah, I like skunks, but unfortunately, you'd have to. If I wanted to keep him inside, I'd have to take his little smelly sack out, and I don't want to do that to him. So I'll never own one as a pet.
I mean, one of the things I wanted as a kid, like I always thought was a raccoon. I always liked them.
Yeah, raccoons are neat.
They look like they could be a great pet.
Yeah. They can be assholes though.
Yeah.
Possums are chill.
But so is your best friend. So the dog can be a dick too. The same.
Let's see. Morgantown is in West Virginia. That's right, Grey Wolf. Yes. Motown. Was one about it. Shoes, excuse me. Gotta exercise the heart. Oh Lord. It was the only state where he could get 10,000 acres for $20. Yeah, we are like the poorest state in the country. So yeah, we have like
Really?
we have like the lowest. Was it the lowest living costs or whatever? Yeah. Yeah, we're like one of, if not the poorest like state in the country last I checked. And we have like one of the lowest costs of living. Let's see. Grey Wolf says my Bozarth? What's Bozarth? Ancestors were in Monongalia County before they settled in Nelson County, Kentucky by 1790. Wow, that's cool, Grey Wolf. I've never done that before. I've never looked up my ancestry. That's pretty neat. Bozarth ancestors. Bozarth. I've never heard of Bozarth. You can probably still see how the West had been won in West Virginia. Yeah. Probably see a lot of crazy shit in West Virginia.
That is funny.
Tim Pool. One thing about living in West Virginia I could never stomach. All the damn furries. No, there's literal furries in
Valid point.
Virginia, like actual bears. If I wanted to keep him inside, I'd have to take his little smelly sack. Shut up, Mo. You know what I meant. At Mo, for someone afraid of civil war, West Virginia sounds like an ideal place. Yeah, I agree. If he, yeah, that was something I noticed. He talks about civil war a lot and how it's going to happen. West Virginia would be a good place to go in that case.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Raccoons will rip someone to shreds. Yep. I've seen them rip hunting dogs' guts out. They can get dangerous. Yep. I've met some asshole raccoons. My dogs had to roll them around a few times to get them to leave the yard and shit. They're little assholes. Bozarth is a variant of the name Bossard, which was the original French spelling. They descend from Simon Bossard, who married Innocent Borden in New Jersey. Hang on, Grey Wolf. You know a lot about this stuff. Mo says that was a good point by Soul. Tim Pool was pretty obsessed with Civil War. Yeah. Let's see. Grey Wolf, raccoons have that Beagle Boys eyeshadow some women in Hollywood wear now. Beagle Boys eyeshadow.
You mean the panda look?
No, exactly. And I can't imagine too many progressives living where Chris is from. That's right. I mean, there are some around here, but there's not a ton. That's for sure. There's some here and there. And that's because I would say here, because we're not that far from, like, say, DC, where I'm at, because we're up in the northern tippy little part.
Mm-hmm.
So we're close to, like, Maryland and, like, Cumberland and Washington. Like, we're couple hours from DC and a few hours or so from DC. Couple, maybe hour and a half, 2 hours from Baltimore or something like that. So there is some progressive types. I know some people that are progressives and all. Oof. I've had to mute some people on Facebook in recent years. Let's see. West Virginia seceded from Virginia and joined the Union in 1863. Let's see. Oh, that reminds me. I got to make a comment on a video because I watched a video and that's how I learned about the Tim Pool leaving West Virginia thing. And one of the guys in it said something about Virginia because he thought West Virginia was Virginia and stuff. And he was like, oh, well, it's like the same thing, isn't it? Or something. And I was like, it's like, does he want to fight? Call West Virginia same as Virginia. We seceded for a reason, bud.
Oh, boy.
Mo, a civil war in West Virginia would be over in 5 minutes due to way uneven numbers. Yeah. True. The progressives can't make any headway with gay marriage in West Virginia because none of them want to settle down with just one man. Oh, Lord.
That's why there's a bathhouse movement over there.
Always something, always something. All right.
Exactly. Oh, we're getting close to the 2 hour. You probably want to go to bed.
Yeah, I need to get this wrapped up. I got to go get a bite to eat and probably go to bed.
Yep.
Oh, wow, it's already 1. Yeah, I need to get moving, get something to eat, and get to bed.
And like Soul says, Back Hellzone by Virginia Calimarianson.
Yeah. All right. I'll wrap this thing up. That's what he said. Go check out Dead Skins on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Hellzone on Indiegogo. Thanks everybody for joining us.
We appreciate all you guys.
I know for sure we'll have a stream next Saturday.
What about Monday?
I'm trying to decide on that. I might take Monday and just go to sleep. All right, everybody. Thanks,
Okay,
everybody.
we love you. Bye-bye.
We love you. Bye-bye.